So now this seems to be spreading faster than I can keep up with how many items it's spreading to. And I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. To this Dollar Tree over in Maplewood. State Milk is also A+. These past few years showed me. So the US FDA is now investigating another case of that cyclosporiasis outbreak. Hey family, welcome back to another video. It seems we have to be careful in every department of our everyday life. Now, when it comes down to trying to eat healthier or just be healthy, it's crazy how we have to be very careful then for something that's supposed to be beneficial to your body. So cyclosporiasis is now spreading fast, so we should all be aware and stay prepared. Here's a report that they just released. And before we jump right into it, this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. And I'm sure if you want to get up-to-date information on this, you'll probably be subscribed to some newsletter or whatnot. Or you can go straight to Google or whatever web browser you do use and type in that cyclosporiasis and everything you need to pop up. Or you can just go on the CDC website, or would it be the FDA? Anyhow, so I type it in first and foremost. And of course, they are tracking the largest cyclosporiasis outbreak in the U.S., another outbreak that's spreading across the U.S. You got Maryland. They have a nice size of cases, which of course is a part of this national surge. And intestinal illness cases. We have a Wisconsin woman, honeymoon ruined by this as well. I was listening to 105.1 and somebody was saying, I forgot who the person is, about the symptoms that they had. It sure enough cleaned them out, but still. They saying lettuce may be tip of the iceberg as cyclosporiasis spreads. And the cases are hitting the U.S. high records here. And of course, if you did eat any lettuce recently, here's how to tell if you have the cyclosporiasis. So here's what we are looking for, and then we'll definitely head back to see what's going on with these case spikes, see how much they have tracked already. So as health officials investigate a multi-state cyclospora outbreak, so far linked to recall iceberg lettuce, many Americans are asking the same question after eating a salad or a sandwich. Should I be worried? So, of course, you got the federal health officials. They link shredded iceberg lettuce served at Taco Bell locations in 5 states to a subset of the outbreak, prompting a fast food chain to pull Telefarm lettuce from its food. Additionally, of course, Telefarms de Mexico has recalled certain iceberg lettuce products sold at Walmart under the Market Side brand. And that's the one we buy and distributes it to restaurants and other food service customers. So if y'all ever been shopping with us, y'all know I like buying those shredded Market Side lettuce from Walmart. For like taco night and stuff, because it makes things easier. But gladly, none of us had any symptoms, if it was even linked to this. So Health Secretary Kennedy Jr. recently addressed the spread of the cyclosporiasis, telling reporters during a July 21st news briefing that we do have the outbreak under control. Of course, they always got everything under control, right? Until it's not under control anymore. But hopefully, they got it under control. But if they did, it wouldn't still be spreading the way that it is. It's spreading so rapidly still. They saying that we've done extensive forensics of epidemiological, I got that right, forensics. And we have identified the source of the outbreak. We and the companies that are involved have implemented a recall. Experts say people who recently ate lettuce shouldn't panic, but they should watch for symptoms and know when to seek medical care. Here's more on the ongoing outbreak, which the public should watch out for. What food should we all be avoiding right now? Of course, it's those recall iceberg lettuce from Taylor Farms de Mexico. The recall includes certain market side brand iceberg salads and shredded lettuce sold at Walmart. Best if used by dates from July 18th through August 3rd of 2026. The FDA also recommended avoiding recall iceberg lettuce served at Taco Bell locations and other restaurants. If you don't know where the lettuce come from, consumers who purchase recall products should throw them away and clean any surface or containers that the lettuce touched to reduce cross-contamination, according to the agency. Of course, they have not fully identified the source of the outbreak. They're saying, yes, it could be lettuce, but it also could be something else. Your symptoms might hang on there to you for a little while. People do typically develop symptoms about 2 days to 2 weeks after swallowing, that parasite. This means that someone who ate contaminated lettuce may not feel sick for several days after eating that food. They saying because symptoms can take time to appear, health officials advise people who experience prolonged diarrhea to think back about what they ate in the previous 2 weeks, right? So here's the symptoms, most common at least. Watery diarrhea, which can be sometimes severe or explosive. Stomach cramps or abdominal pain, bloating and increased gas, nausea or vomiting, fatigue, loss of appetite, weight loss, body aches, fever, and headache. Some people actually never even develop symptoms, while others see symptoms improve only for them to return days later. So you could think you're getting better, and then boom, you hit with the symptoms all over again. And of course, without treatment, the illness can last from several days to a month or longer. Wow. And may lead to, of course, that dehydration, especially in older adults and people with those weakened immune systems. Doctors do diagnose this through laboratory testing of stool samples. So you will have to drop off a stool sample if you do feel like you've been infected with that parasite. This is a great time to do a deep cleanse. This is a great time, to clear out your system. Treatment typically involves the antibiotic. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but you need an antibiotic according to health officials, family. And we already discussed how long it can last. It can actually last from a few days to a few weeks to a month or longer, which is crazy. Have you or someone have been affected with the cyclosporiasis? Definitely let us know those symptoms that you did have. Is it anything like what they're reporting on? Is it worse? Everyone is different, of course, but let us know where you're checking in from and if you've been affected. And as far as the tracking of this outbreak go, as of last week, the CDC have identified more than 11,500 cases of domestic cyclosporiasis this season. 4,170 cases are already confirmed, and about 7,400 others are undergoing further laboratory testing and analysis to determine whether the illness was occurred, even in the U.S. Wow. They're saying we did. How big is the outbreak? Of course. And they're still saying that they do have it under control, but it's still spreading rapidly. They're tying this recall, of course. They're tying this outbreak to the recall of the Taylor Farms lettuce, as we just previously discussed. They're saying that cases of the cyclosporiasis are known to rise during spring and summer months in the U.S., with a typical season running from the start of May through the end of August. So it's something that's always been around, but it's unusually high this time around. Let's see. Multiple clusters of the cyclosporiasis cases have been investigated this year by the U.S. FDA in collaboration with the CDC. At least 2 investigations remain ongoing, including the particularly large multi-state outbreak centered in the Midwest. The CDC has linked 1,644 cases to this specific outbreak. However, the CDC data includes only confirmed cases, and data from individual states shows much higher case counts. Let's see which states are part of the outbreak so far. They're saying 5 states: Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia. If you're like me, you're already thinking like, hey, I know that it must be much more. But these are the confirmed states already. And of course, as of Wednesday, Michigan Department of Health and Human Services has reported 7,171 cases of that cyclosporiasis during the investigation time frame. So Ohio reported at least 1,244 cases, Indiana with 594 cases, West Virginia with 195 cases, and Kentucky with 192 cases. But listen to this. If you're in Michigan have more than 7,100 cases. There have been more than 9,300 cases reported in 5 states at the center of the outbreak. That's ridiculous. So Michigan and Indiana update data daily on weekdays, and West Virginia reports new totals twice a week, while Ohio and Kentucky only update weekly. So those cases could be rising once again, but then certain states are not updating but once a week. Overall, 41 states have reported at least one domestically acquired cyclosporiasis case this season, according to the CDC. However, some states, including California and New Jersey, have noted that the number of cases they have reported this year is in line with the typical season trends. But we're not out of the clear yet, being that this thing is spreading so fast. It's at any point, anyone can feel any of these symptoms, being that you might not feel it right away. So health officials in Michigan said they've completed more than 2,000 interviews of people sick with the cyclosporiasis. They said there's very strong evidence linking the outbreak to one product in particular, of course, which is that shredded iceberg lettuce. The CDC is recommending that people not eat any shredded iceberg lettuce from Telus Farm de Mexico served at Taco Bell locations in states with the cases linked to the outbreak. Of course, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and West Virginia. And the FDA is working to determine whether contaminated shredded iceberg lettuce went to other places. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Telefarms has also recalled iceberg lettuce shipped to 27 states. Some of it went to Walmart and Jack in the Box. Other shipments went to food services. The investigation is ongoing, but no other foods have been identified to be part of this outbreak. Other foods most commonly linked to the cyclospora outbreaks historically include basil, cilantro, berries, and snap peas. Federal health officials said there have been multiple investigations around cyclospora this year, some tied to large outbreak in the Midwest, some involving single states, and some involving cases not yet tied to any of the clusters. All right, so far people have been hospitalized, and that's pretty much it. I don't see any deaths unless this isn't updated linked to this, but there have been hospitalizations reported. No deaths has been reported as of yet. So I think that we can leave this right here where is that. Y'all just be careful. Y'all be careful. Take those symptoms serious. If y'all do feel it, just know like it might be linked to this cyclosporiasis outbreak. I would just say continue to be cautious, of course. Personally, I would be staying away from the lettuce for a little bit. It could be more items, but who knows? We don't know when there's an outbreak or something going on until it's happened for like at least a month or so. Because y'all know we behind. So then when there's a recall, it's July right now. That recall could have been happening sometime in May, even maybe April, you know? But after it's developed, that's when they released a report like, hey, you know, it's a recall on such and such, on something that you probably been consuming. You know, toss it out, take it back, get your money back, so and watch out for these symptoms. That's how it typically go. But yeah, like I said, just continue to be cautious. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to them, you know, those symptoms. And if you are a person who detox, now might be a great time to detox. If you have already, let us know in the comments down below. I've been doing this, what do you call it? It's like a 15-day cleanse. A 15-day cleanse. It's like these little capsule things with different little herbs and things on the inside, and it definitely helps. And you could definitely tell, maybe too much information, but you can definitely tell, like, from the color of your stool, like you definitely needed some cleaning. Put it like that. Some people reported seeing like the parasites. Everybody got, you don't think you special. Everybody got something living in their gut. Okay? But a cleaning is definitely recommended. Regardless whether it has to do with this outbreak or your everyday consumption of whatever it is that you eat. Everybody needs a cleaning, whether it's, of course, your digestive system, mentally, whatever. It's time to get the cleansing going. So yeah, we're gonna leave this video right here where it's at. Let us know how y'all feel about this outbreak. Do y'all think that is much more than what they're telling us, or y'all think that is exactly what it is, because it happens all the time? It just happens to be worse this time around. So if you are new here and you did enjoy today's video, all you have to do is subscribe, just like that. And of course, if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Until next time, y'all, this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking out from Moments with Us. You all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. Love you all, and God bless. Peace out.